back to the fourth clue of the Stephen West Surprise Sock Along Contrast Blast mini-series. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, my name's Dawn, and this is a very small or short mini-series all about my journey of knitting a Stephen West sock or any pattern by Stephen West actually for the very first time. So if you're watching this in real time, the sock along has already finished, and I explained in the Clue 3 video that I was actually going to the UK for a week. So I didn't do anything on the Clue 4. I did take a look and I thought, okay, that's manageable. And I'm back now and I've managed to complete my sock. So as usual, I'll show you what the sock looks like. So I think Clue 4 was after the heel flap and decrease. So it was this bit here. And you can see this sort of zigzag line that's running all through the sock, extended through to the toe, at the foot and the toe. I wear a size 38 European or a 5 English size, so mine wasn't that long. And then, okay, let's talk about how I got on. So I'll take it off the sock blocker. I haven't actually blocked this yet. So if you recall in the Clue 3 episode, I mentioned that I found that the decrease on mine was super baggy, and I've tried the whole sock on now. It fits a bit tight on the ankle, the leg, a bit loose on the heel, and fits just fine on the foot and the toe. So I've mentioned this all throughout the series that I didn't feel the pattern lent itself well to Magic Loop, even though when I bought at the time of purchasing, it did say clearly on Ravelry that it was for Magic Loop. And this, what I'm going to show you now actually supports what I'm saying. Obviously it's not blocked, as I've just said, but normally when you knit socks on Magic Loop, you'll knit like one needle on this side, one needle on the other. But the way this pattern is, because you knit the pattern on one needle and then the underside of the foot on another. I don't need to point this out. You can see I've got this ridge. And when I touch it, I can feel it. And I'm not really sure that washing and blocking it will get it out. And the reason that I had this is because of the pattern continuation. You can see here as well, I got mixed up with holding the float as well when I was changing the needles. So you can see, I don't know if you're picking that up on camera, that the purple just comes through when that should be hidden. So when I'm holding a sock like this, it's a really, really defined ridge, and I don't know how comfortable that would be. Saying that, this is 75% superwash merino, and I think it's 25% polyamide or nylon. When it's washed, I do know that wool will soften out, and as you wear them over time, it will. So let's take a look at it from the front, from the top view. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, as I said, this zigzag, this step repeats through, but it sort of twists around the sock. So I really enjoyed it. I think these slip stitches here, which would be, I don't know, like a faux cable, mine are a little bit tight, even though my tension was quite loose. But I think if we go on it for aesthetics alone, it looks like a really beautiful sock. So I've really, really enjoyed making this. It was great fun. I loved seeing everybody's colour combinations that they've used, especially on Instagram, which is where I've been following along. I have learned a lot. The whole purpose of doing this mini-series was to keep me on track of knitting a sock, although I've only knitted one, and B, to learn some new techniques. And I'd never done cabling before. I was always a bit intimidated by them. And also, I really wanted to try a Stephen West pattern. So I have learned a lot. I will knit the second sock, but I don't know when, because I'm going to be recording, can't get my words out, a podcast today, and I've got a lot on the go. So I don't know when I'm going to get round to knitting the second. However, I do want to knit the left sock because I understand from comments from you guys and messages I've received that it starts off a lot easier. So yeah, what did I learn for the second sock? So I think what I'll do, I knitted mine. My favourite is a 2.5 millimetre size needle. That's what I always use for my socks. Normally, if I do a vanilla sock, I do 64 stitch cast on, again over magic loop. What I learned, so I think I would definitely stick to the 2.5 for the cuff. The cuff feels good. It's good, it fits well. I would actually go up to a 2.75 for the leg, especially like this kind of basket kind of weave. You can see, you know, it definitely draws in. There's a lot of sort of stitches in this, a lot of yarn. Then I would probably decrease for the heel and gusset. I would decrease that to a 2.25. That's what I would do for the left. And then for the rest of the sock, I think I would just stick with the 2.5, which is what I've knitted it on, and just pay a little bit of close attention. It's really strange. I've heard a lot of people have mentioned that, you know, until it's actually blocked, it does look like a bit of a dog's dinner. And you can see here, this is really, really not tidy. I think that looks so ugly. But, you know, when I just stretch it out, you can see it already looks better. So, yeah, how did we all get on? If you've just joined the video now and you're really considering knitting this Contrast Blast sock, I really urge you to go back and look at the entire mini-series, just even to read the comments. All of you guys have given great input, and, you know, people will be knitting this pattern for many years to come. So as long as this video is out on YouTube, you know, you can gain inspiration, some tips, ideas from the comments, and, you know, obviously what I've spoken about. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's not put me off doing anything from Stephen West ever again. I think it's an extremely cleverly written pattern. As I said, I think in Clue 2 I did go shorter on this section. Otherwise this would have been, I think, about this long, you know, and I don't tend to wear my socks that long. I have decided that when I do knit the second sock, these are going to be house socks, just to walk around and just putting it back on the blocker. And I have actually seen you can get some glue, like rubberized glue, to put dots on the bottom. So I might be tempted to do that and have them as like slippers, because as I'm filming this, last winter we had the fuel crisis, and I don't expect that to disappear anytime soon. So I can't get over that. And I think these will keep my feet toasty warm. So that's a goal I've set myself. Get the second sock knitted before it's winter time. It's August here in the Netherlands as I'm filming. And yeah, Clue 4, that's a wrap for the mini-series. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks again for tuning in. And as I just mentioned, today I will be filming a podcast in real time, and that will be uploading in a day or two after this video is loaded. So and if you want to know anything about all the other crafts that I get up to, as I said before, there's links in the description box to everything. I also have another channel here on YouTube, which is a vlog channel all about my life in the Netherlands. A bit of crafting goes on in that channel too, a bit of travelling, and just, yeah, what we get up to as a family. And again, link to that will be below. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed knitting the sock along as much as I did, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions and tips for future viewers, what to watch out for if they decide to knit this sock. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.